Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you. My name is Mario Santos. I'm the Unifor Mining Director, and I've been here for the last week supporting the members of local Unifor 240 and 1979, 250 workers that have been on the picket line for over a month, which is shameful and disgusting. What's even more shameful about this is the fact that local politicians have been silent when the citizens of the great city have been fighting for their jobs, fighting for their paychecks, fighting for the ability to create income that is put right back into the city of Windsor and other municipalities in the area. This silence is deafening. Why are all these politicians remaining silent? Why are they allowing these corporations to come in here and attack the citizens of Windsor and the surrounding area? These type of action must stop. And the only way it's going to stop is by having local politicians reach out to these companies and tell them to get back to the table and provide a fair agreement for the workers of this area. That's what we need. And so with that, I'd like to pass off the mic to some of the local area leadership that are here to talk about what they've been seeing on the picket line and what they've been going through. The president of Unifor Local 240, Jody Nesbitt.
Good morning, and thank you everyone for coming out. We are asking Drew to please step up. You need to show us, Drew, that you care about this community, you care about our workers in Windsor, the tax-paying dollars that put plenty of money in businesses, local businesses around the city of Windsor and Essex. We are tax-paying citizens in this city, and we can't allow our politicians to sit back idly and not push greedy corporations and American companies coming in trying to union bust. We cannot accept that. So we urge everybody, and we urge Drew Dilkins to come out to the picket line, stand with the workers, and hear what they do day in and day out, and make sure that Drew and every other politician in our area, all across Canada, knows how important this issue is, because it's going to come to a workplace near you. Trust me. Thank you all. Eric Brown is Local 1959 Financial Secretary and Bargaining Committee person.
For anybody who doesn't know me, I work at the mine as well, and I'm also on the bargaining committee. And today we're calling Drew Dilkins to come out here and help us make progress, because he wants to broadcast to everybody that he's bringing jobs to Windsor, and that's great, and I'm all for bringing more jobs to Windsor, but what about the jobs that are currently in Windsor? Okay? We need to respect the jobs that are currently in Windsor and fight for those jobs as well. They want to ship our job, outsource it. We're mining a non-renewable resource, and we have an American company taking advantage of that. Windsor needs to do something about this. He needs to put pressure on our MPPs that are not speaking up in the House of Commons, and he needs to put pressure on the Doug Ford government to input legislation for anti-scab workers, and Drew Dilkins needs to do something. He needs to come out here and speak with us and come out to our picket line and see these workers who are putting endless hours in trying to support their families in Windsor, Essex, and the community around us.
Next, we have Local 240 Chairperson for Windsor Salt, Lindsay Malaw. She's been doing great.
Hi, everybody. I think it's hugely impactful that you're all here supporting us today. I think the community needs to be aware this strike is happening because the employer essentially put concessions on the table before we ever talked about any monetary language, or they had concessions that they weren't willing to budge on, and we cannot accept. It outsources all of our work. It would take our jobs away, essentially. I think Drew Dilkins really needs to step up. Not only him, but Andrew Dowie, we elected you. Anthony Liardi, we elected you. We haven't seen you guys. We don't feel your support. I think it's important that the elected politicians in this area need to step up for the working class. It's important that we keep these jobs. in Windsor, and we need to get back to the bargaining table now. Thank you guys for all coming today.
So, on behalf of Local 240 and 1959, we have to say that we couldn't have done all of this and kept the momentum going without our area local Unifor presidents and locals. So, I just want to invite, if anybody wants to come up as a president, say a word, but Dave Cassidy.
Well, thank you, Jody, and thank you, everybody who's here. The affiliates, I see some affiliates out there. I appreciate that OSSTF with the flag back there, and there's and Mario as our director. Thank you for being here and showing the support on the line. This is, Stone Canyon. I think I was reading they made $350 million last year. This is a U.S. company that wants to break the union. Make no mistake, this is about union busting. And to the 240. And all the workers at 1959, thank you for standing up, because this is sending a message that we have the strength and you can't break our solidarity, and we're going to continue to stay there as long as we can. We do have the support of our entire union. You touched on a couple issues I think are very important. To our politicians, they need to make sure they're out there. Yesterday I did have a meeting in my office with Andrew Dowie. And I said to him, he has been one of the few that I've seen out there in my career as a PC on a picket line. He wants to make a difference. He wants to help. But he has to send that message up and continue to send that message up. I know behind the scenes, people are talking right now to get this company back and get them to the bargaining table. That's all that we want, is at the bargaining table so we can actually talk and have some fair bargaining that goes on. There's no way that we can outsource and allow these companies to outsource our jobs when we have people coming in replacing the work. It can't happen. It has to stop, and we're going to make sure that it doesn't happen. So on behalf of our members, Jody, and the 1959 group, thank you for holding the faith, keeping the faith. We're behind you. Whatever's needed, we'll continue to be there. So keep up the fight. Thank you so much.
Well, this is a message of solidarity on behalf of Local 195. This corporate greed needs to stop. Our locals stand behind you 100%. You are not alone. An attack on one member in our local union is an attack on all of us. And I know every one of you here spoke and called on those politicians. But we need to step up during election and elect the people who feel our pain and speak on our behalf. But I can tell you, we will knock them down at every event. We challenge them. It doesn't matter whether Liberal, PC, NDP. They need to be here with us. We call on the mayor, and the mayor speak. And I know you guys already said that he need to bring a job to Windsor. Protect this good paying job now. And we call on those corporate greed who making lots of money. How much money you need to make? These people working and making the money for you, share it with them. We call you back on the table and measure solidarity. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Please, please, please message Drew Dilkins. Message all of your MPs, your MPPs, your city councilors, your county councilors. We need everybody to be pushing the agenda forward for workers' rights and for good faith bargaining. Take a moment and thank the mayor for coming down and addressing us here and introduce Mayor Drew Dilkins.
Thank you, Jody. I know it's been a long go so far, and this is a tough thing to go through, but I want to tell you that I support you. I support Windsor Salt. City Council supports you. City Council supports Windsor Salt, and we've been partners with the company, trying to help them to expand the brine well and all the work that's required to get the permits to make sure that that operation can keep going. We supported them when they wanted to go deeper in the mine to make sure that we can keep the business going and create jobs and keep you working for a long time, and those you're gonna, your kids working too in the mine, because I know there's a lot of family relationships at Windsor Salt that go back a long time. So listen, I wanted to come down here. I wanted to address you and say I support you. I know this is a tough go. And some of you are going to say, well, have you talked to company management? I have talked to company management. And I've encouraged them to get back to the table to find a solution to this as well, because I want you to get back to work. So I know this is tough. I know we've got high inflation. I know living on strike pay is damn hard. And so do what you got to do. I support you. City Council supports you. And we support the company to get back to the table, to get your parties back to the table and find a solution that'll get you back to work. Thank you very much.